Hi, Paint Girly here. I'm just going to walk you through and show you how I blend my colors while using my color pencils when working on a project. I have my mineral spirits here in my small jar with a sponge. I've got my pencil sharpener handy, my blending tool, which is called a blending stump. They come in a variety of sizes. You'll want to pick a size that works for the project you're working on. I just purchased these at my local craft shop. This is the packaging they kind of come in. You might be able to get them individually at an art supply shop, I'm not sure. But at your local craft store, you get several in a package. They're very inexpensive, and you find them back where you would find your color pencils and your art supplies. If you have a brush, a paintbrush, or some kind of small brush for brushing away crumbs from your pencils, that's nice to have that handy. While looking at the YouTube video created by Paper and Lace Princess, she recommends at least 4 colors of pencil to build up your color and get that nice blended look. And so for today I'm going to use a Spanish orange, which is like a yellow kind of a color. These pencils are by Prismacolor. Some of them are very thin and some of them are Scholar. They also have a Premier, which is a very nice pencil. My second shade will be my orange. My third shade, I'm going to go with a scarlet red. And this is the Scholar brand of Prismacolor. And then my last color, the darkest color, is Crimson Red. Now I'm using a color sheet from my Creative Haven coloring book. It's called Fabulous Flowers. And I've done a flower ahead of time. And you can see the petals and how it's shaded. And then I'll be working on this flower here to show you how I go through the process. I believe that while you're working on a project, turning your page to be more comfortable makes a lot of sense. Often I'll work on a clipboard where you can turn the page any way you like. Of course, taking the page out of the book is often a good idea. But basically what you're going to do is when you start your strokes, at your starting point, you're going to put your pencil on your paper and draw towards yourself. And as you draw that stroke, you're going to lift up at the end of that pencil stroke. Or you're going to pull away from yourself. The result is the same, so it's whatever you find more comfortable. For me personally, I tend to pull towards myself. And you're dragging the pencil and then lifting up at the end so you have a very light coverage of pencil towards the end of the stroke, which then blends with the color that you put underneath. So to begin, you're going to take your lightest shade. In our case today, it is the Spanish orange. And you're just going to come into your paper and begin laying in some color. Your lightest shade first. This is your base color. The object is to fill in as well as you can without having any white spaces. And once you get that to look as you like, you're going to grab your blending stump and just tap it into your sponge and your mineral spirits, and then you're going to come in and just blend that onto the petal. This just puts a thin layer of the mineral spirit. It kind of works with the wax of the color pencil, and it blends together and makes a really nice surface. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and start to shade these petals. My next color is orange, and I'm going to start at the center of the flower and just start drawing my strokes. I'm going to come 3/4 of the way down the petal, laying strokes right next to each other. Just laying down a thin film of color, just coming around the petal. Only coming down 3/4 of the way. You want that first shade to show through. And once you get enough color on there where you're satisfied, you like how it looks, it's your project, then you'll go to your next color. So now I'm going to pick up with my Scarlet Red. The stroke is the same. I'm going to start again at the center part of my petal. This time, instead of going 3/4 of the way down the petal, I'm going to go halfway down the petal, because I want that second color to show. Just laying on some more. This third color, which was Scarlet Red. And once again, when you get it to your liking, you're going to come in with your last color, your darkest shade, which for us today is Crimson Red. Again, we're starting in the same place, but instead of going halfway down the petal, we're now going 1/4 of the way down the petal. We're bringing in this darkest shade, light strokes, pressure, and then lift up. With that mineral spirit on there, it just helps to blend the color of the pencil. And if you get any crumbs, you want to brush those away. And you can continue to layer color on so it looks the way you'd like it to look. You may want it to be very deep, and so you would just continue to layer on this crimson. Just pulling away from myself, 1/4 of the way down. That's all there is to it. And we have a beautiful petal that's shaded. I hope you find this helpful and enjoy.